Evening, folks. Obviously back again. About to break down the video I really didn't want to make, but I've got to do this, and I just as well do it sooner rather than later because I'm not getting around it either way. Again, when I said that obviously I'd asked for more information, more sort of evidence when I got the first Ezekiel wheels, and I said I got it. Well, this is the evidence I got. How did I get it? As normal, I'm scrolling through Facebook, just generally looking at different things people had written, and I see something related. Well, I see the word octogram. Again, when I see these things, I don't see the word octogram, and I had this point I had no idea, no forewarning of where this was going, but it just unfolded in front of me like it always does. Again, this all relates to Ezekiel's wheel, and this one shape just uncodes. Well, you'll see now as I do it. So, right, without further ado, the first thing that you do with this, right, okay. Let's just, right, first thing is, all I see is MARCO G at. So we got Marco G at. Okay, now, where is Marco G at? He's at G the decoded Jerusalem. Okay, this all becomes relevant now. Okay, the first thing, 8-point star has a lot of well, I don't know really. Well, I say religious meaning. I don't like the word religion, but it has religious meaning in all sorts of things. It's also the star of Bethlehem. Even though you put a 5-sided one on your tree, whatever, the symbolic star of Bethlehem is effectively an 8-pointed star. Okay, the first thing as well, 8 points, 8th letter of the alphabet, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Right, so it's all about H. As we know, the H man, okay. Right, what this indicates, and this, right, the flag that runs through the middle of this, I don't even know why I put the H there for the minute, but it's all relevant. Okay, even if you take the H out, you can clearly see this is a Union Jack, okay, or the flag of Britain. It's been hijacked, and there's code in that one as well, the hijack of Zion. But you'll have to go back to my first video to obviously understand that. Right, okay. Now, this is where it gets, right, okay. In Hebrew, even though Hebrew is a Hebrew language of her webs, because that's the anagram in that one, I'm going to have to remove this for the minute. But you'll see where this is going. So we know it obviously indicates this is the British flag. Okay. So what I'm going to do as well, first thing I'm going to do, because this is relevant, is I'm going to put the statement Marco G at, and where is he? He's on the 8 points of the star. He's in the place G root Silum. Okie dokie. Right, firstly, the lion, right, the Union Jack, or sorry, I don't even want to call it that, but the British flag, the word British is part of the clue to the whole thing with the H. And it is, Brit is H. Now, what does that mean? Well, in Hebrew, again, like I say, it's a messed up language designed and thrown it to just throw us off the scent, but it still maintains this for some reason. In Hebrew, Brit means covenant, and Ish means man. As obvious as this is, everyone seems to overlook it, but effectively the Brit is H. Well, obviously we didn't know about the H, but the Brit is covenant and the Ish is man. So the covenant that is made with the Creator, which is right, the covenant that's made with the Creator would have to be done by somebody who is effectively British. Well, the Brit is also is broken up because that's coded as well. The Brit is H. As you know, I've done it through all the codes that all link up. You've got Melchizedek, Melseek Hid, or Melseek HID. HID hidden in the word hid from the beginning. And then you follow it, and it basically lays out all these coordinates. Well, it gives you the coordinates for the secret H Manchester, which is the secret H. Sorry, Chester is secret H. Manchester is secret H man. Chesterfield secret if held. Then it comes down to Fort Llanmelin, the key fort, which is the Mel part of the Melchizedek, and the deck of it is a key as well, incidentally. And the handle of the spear goes through Eccles, Ecclesiastes, which is a Bible chapter. Eccles I set as. Okay, it's obviously cryptic and built into it. So you've got a Bible pattern, and then the final end of the spear, the opposite end of the spear on the handle, hits Holy Island, Berwick-on-Tweed. Well, Holy Island is land is holy. So you've got your effectively got your spear pointing at Llanmelin. This is where the tip of it sits, and you'd have to check the codes out. Melchizedek 1 and 2 if you want the full thing. 2 is the more the H man, but number 1 it obviously ties it up as well to indicate Bran, Cancer, the star constellation Cancer, and whatever else that it miraculously pulls up. Okay, so the Brit is H. Right, what is the significance of H? Right, okay, so the Brit is H. That basically, well, for whatever reason, however, confirms that the H man is also the covenant man, the man that holds the covenant, and which makes complete sense when you think that I'm rebuilding Zion and, you know, reconstructing it, finding Jerusalem and everything else that I'm miraculously just decoding without even looking for anything. I just know, well, I've gone through all this, but anyway, right, so we've got a covenant man is the British, so the Brit is H. Okay, this is partly the significance of the H. Okay, the British as well is represented by the lion. Okay, now there's a statement that goes with this, and it says, and it's phonetic, Y, U, add H. Okay, because this is coded. Because what this tells you is that the Brit is H, but it's also the lion from the tribe of Judah. They've changed this to a J in the Bible, and all this is a switch of these. And you have Judah. So it also indicates the Brit is H, and also the lion from the tribe of why you add a H, Judah, or coded Judah. Why you add a H? Because he's from the tribe of the Sayuri. Okay, which is the decoded Israels. Okay, the Israels without the lies and the cross and sanctuary. I've explained all that in the David decode. Okay, so the Siluri. So why you had a H? Well, what you do if Siluri. Right, so what you do is you add a H to Siluri. Not only do you get the anagram of his rule, well, I'm the one that followed his rule, which is keep the Sabbath holy, and that's what I've done. So I've become a lion of his rule. But it's also, in the same breath, is Siluri H. So you've got Siluri H, British H, identifying the Lion of Judah, and obviously as the tribe, this is the tribe of Judah, and why you had a H, because you I followed his rule. So that is the line. I'm basically the covenant man and the line from the tribe of Judah. Judah being Wales, so Judah. Okay, crazy as that sounds, I know. Right. There's also, right, okay. Oh, I just as well do this. I didn't want to, but let's just do it. Okay. So not only have you got YU add H, you've also got YI sent G real. I don't know if you can see that at the bottom. YI sent G real, which unbelievably is is just a slightly adapted lettering and spacing. Really, it's changing one letter and putting a space there, and this actually is the same. Basically, it's the I believe it's a Cient Grial, which is the Welsh way of saying, or the Welsh wording or spelling of the Holy Grail. So you've got Y you add a H, YI sent G real. Now the G is of the Jerusalem. G was the first code, the G and the H basically, and this becomes apparent because it tells you in the gold statement what this means. Gold statement of the Gold Testament, but again, that's a bit further down. But either way, there you go, you've got your Lion of Judah because the Brit is H. Right, and this bit gets even more interesting now. So that, right, okay. Now on Ezekiel's wheel, what we're aiming, or what we're decoding effectively, but there's a bit more to it, is I'm not very good, how shall I draw it? You've got a terrible drawing, an eagle, a bull or an ox, because this actually covers both. You got the face, this is an angel with 4 faces of an angel basically. And the last one is, this is going to be an awful drawing, and this is supposed to be a lion, forgive me, but it's rubbish. So you've got a lion, a man, an ox, and an eagle. Now all these 4 things identify the man, basically. And what we're going to cover, the lion is the British H, and the Y you add the H, and this is the Lion of Judah. So we've pretty much done that one. So that ticks off that one. Okay. The wheels, incidentally, or this code within the colouring of these wheels. Okay. We'll take this a little further. You'll have to read it, but it says about there being topaz in the colouring. Let me get rid of that a minute. Okay, I'm keeping this because there's another clue. Well, this unravels something else as well, and that relates to the ox or the bull. Okay, right, topaz. Effectively, it's to pass. Okay, now the colour of topaz is mentioned, and the reason for this is the chemical symbol for topaz is Al2, does it small for some reason, SiO4. Okay, but it's also in brackets, I haven't written it down, but it's He2, or I think it's He and 2. Well, the He2 represents the He2. So what we're doing, this part in brackets represents this star of the octogram because it only reveals these 2. Or, well, give or take, it reveals this one as well, but it's aimed at these 2 decoding. So the He2. Now, to pass, you just change this round. It's all 4 SiO, and then the 2 you just switch on its head, and you've got, so all 4 Scion. Well, Scion is the code for the Silures. Sorry, it's the code Simeon, which is little me in Scion. So this is me in Scion was the decode for the Silures. and also the sign-on being Jerusalem as well, because you put a G and an N in there, a G and an N, which gives you GN, which is gin, and this is the gin and snare to Jerusalem. That's also code as well. Okay, but all two, first one is he two, so 1 and 2, these are the two that that's talking about with the code in Bethlehem, sorry, the code in the star, which, and I'll show you the ox now, but all four, but to pass, all four are Scion basically, are all, well, they're all coded in this as well, which it does. So, okay, how do we get a bull, anything to do with a bull from this? Okay, so we've got the lion, now let's do the bull. Well, the bull is also an ox, and this is also written in the land, but I'll come to that now. Okay, let's just take that one out. Right, the first thing you do is you go, right, this is an anagram of I'm G, Marco G, Taurus L. Okay, so Taurus is the bull already, and incidentally as well, this is, if you when you mix this one up, Taurus is you at Rus. Okay, so it's you at Rus being Taurus, the bull. The L becomes apparent now. So what is Taurus? Well, the long lost tribe of Joseph. Joseph is represented by the bull. It's also made up of the tribes, which is code of Ephraim and Manasseh. Both of these have an ox. Okay, how does this relate? Okay, well, firstly, the tribe, you've got to, and I already decoded this, and this is on my tribe map as well, but for some bizarre reason, they're a very lost tribe. This is why they're the lost tribe of Joseph, because they're actually a unbelievably Germanic tribe. Okay, so I'm G, Marco G, Taurus L. What is the L? Right, firstly take the L. But the word Joseph's, as I say, J shouldn't be there. And the P and H is also an F. Okay, so we got the tribe of Joseph. So first thing we do is we're going to change that to Yosef. Okay, now all we do is drop the L into there. So we got the tribe of yourself. Okay. Right, now the tribe... How I found this tribe is bizarre, because I was watching a film or a series called Barbarians, all about this Germanic tribe called the Cherusi or Cherusai or something, and I'm watching it, and the minute I see the word Cherusai, I see the word, obviously it strikes me as Rus. Well, it's CH Rusai, as it turns out, but I've never heard of the tribe that comes next, but this is how I got it. So I look up Cherusi, looking to see what they're about, thinking there's something to do with this, only to discover that there's a tribe in Germany, unbelievably called the Marco Manoi. Well, the tribe of yourself being the Marco Manoi. What's bizarre about this is I was speaking to Ross Broadstock of Britain's Hidden History earlier and was running him through and telling him about the Marco Manoi, which he'd never heard of, basically. He looked it up on Google, I assume, or something. And it only turns out, and I had no knowledge of this at all and did no idea how this connected to Wales. Obviously, I knew they were something to do with Wales because of the code, because they're one of the lost tribes. But it turns out they're actually mentioned in the I don't know whether it's the story of the Welsh Marches or the Book of Welsh Marches, but even he was surprised to find that, and he goes, well, as he said, there's your Welsh connection. So clearly this Marco Manoi tribe, I don't know whether they've been exiled or have left the country or whatever and gone up and set in Germany, but they are, well, like I say, I only found out this tonight myself, and I don't even know what the Welsh Marches are. I've heard of it, but I'm not even sure. So if Monica or Ross, Monica, or Marshall, if you're watching and you know anything or can look into that, because I know you're more, well, academically you're up on all this type of stuff, and I haven't got a clue, and I don't even know where it is, and probably wouldn't understand a word of it even if I read it. But if you know, if it'd be grateful if there's anything that maybe you can find about this tribe. Okay, and keep up your good work on your channels as well, all of you, brilliant. Right. Okay, so as if this isn't enough, okay, with the decoding of Marco Manni. So what does it mean? Again, this is all coded, right? These are made up, like the tribe of Joseph, or yourself, is made up of the tribe of Ephraim and is that what spelling? No, what any? Manasseh. Okay, so the first thing with the code with this, the first thing you notice is this is why it's made up of the tribe, or this is what it says. Probably made up of the tribe for real. The Manasseh being Devon, and Ephraim being Cornwall, the Cornavai and the Dumnonai, I think they're pronounced. But what you have is it's made up. This tribe is made up of these two. So you have I am. And then you also have, from the tribe of Manasseh, you've got the word man, M-A-N. I am man. Well, this directly indicates that well, again, the faces are a lion. The faces on the this is, and when I explain this as well, this is the 4 faces of an angel that sits above Ezekiel's wheels. Okay, I'll get into a bit more about Ezekiel, the actual wheels, but there's an angel with four different faces. I don't know how that works, but well, I do, because they represent, as I say, the Lion of Judah on one side, the tribe of myself, the Marco Manni on the other side, which is the bull of Joseph, yourself. And then obviously that tells you I am man. Well, the man is at the bottom. The only missing one, I just as well do this now while we're at it. The only missing one of the 4 is the eagle. Okay, let's get rid of this a minute. And now this is where it gets really bizarre. Okay. So the eagle represents Rome. Okay. Firstly, I'm of Roman descent. My grandmother, I'm not sure when they moved here, around about somewhere in World War II, I believe, the family, but their name was Marasco. Well, first thing, so it needs to be someone from a Roman line. I think this is a bit of eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth as well, because a Roman, to bring down the Roman lie, as I will identify shortly as well. I did some of it on my last video. But the Roman, so the Marasco is also as Marco. So even in my family surname, you get there. So the eagle of Rome is as Marco, so as a Roman. Okay. Not only that, in Rome, just outside, you have San Marco. Okay, could be coincidence, I admit, but Saint Marco, San Marco, I'm not sure, but whichever. But San Marco, this is definitely significant because you get it also in Florida, where there's plenty of other code as well that all backs this up. So San Marco, okay. Not only, and then this one is right. If you draw a line down from St. David's Head, you go past Tenby. I think I mentioned this code on another video, but you go past Tenby in Wales. So you go from St. David's Head, which is Divine Identification Head. So 10B is by 10. So by 10, you follow it down. Well, 9 is by 10. And the line and the place you actually hit is called, if I'm not mistaken, it's Marco Simoni. But all you do, all you have to do is rearrange this to get Simeon. So what would be the chant? Simeon. And this again is me in Psi on. So the chant, what would be the chances of the decoded tribe, which I decoded way before I even found it or found this one, and my name being next to the very tribe which represents me in Sion, being the Siluris, because I'm sat in Jerusalem outside the walls, and obviously the local tribe being the tribe of the Siluris. So this all represents the Roman, the Roman part of it. And also, right, okay. Right, now what we do now we've identified the four, well, now it says, right, part of the coding or the wording of Ezekiel's angel, or the angel, the four-faced angel, is that something about putting the life into the four living creatures. Well, this is really gets even more. Can I do it this way around? No, I can't. Right, okay, I'm gonna have to do it. Right, bear with me. So we can get rid of that. Okay, so right, okay, now I need to. Right, we've got the four living. Right, firstly we've got the four creatures. We've got the eagle. We've got the ox. I'll explain the ox because that right, well, this will explain the ox when I do this now. So the eagle, the ox, which is also the bull, but it, again, this leads to a code that explains this bit. So EO, then you've got the man, and then you've got the lion. Okay, and what we're doing, this whole thing with this four-faced angel is to identify basically the man. So what we do is we put man. Then what we do is we use the letters, and we're going this way round, and we put them in order. Well, this gives you the place name in Wales. Right, what's so bizarre about this, and the reason I did the last film, well, I knew I had to do at least one video from my caravan, is because when this journey started, and I headed up and did the deal, sold a minibus basically, and just bought the caravan off the guy that helped me sell it, and the place I picked the caravan up from, unbelievably, and where all this really started kicking off and started coming, and I started getting the codes, was the place I bought it was Manmoyle Caravan Park, which you can find on a map. So, as bizarre as this is, that's what that means, and this is finding Ezekiel's wheels. Okay, again, this links in so many different ways. Right, okay. Now, what Stray has, right, okay, man has these, right. I don't know where to go with this next, really. This is so complex. Do you know what? I'm actually going to leave it there for the moment because, oh no, I will. What I will do, I'll show you the life in the wheel, the life in the four living creatures first. And this is written in the land. Well, you see the Moel. Well, in North Wales, like I said that the Holy Head, South Wales yesterday, or the other day on the video. It's not as Anglesey as North Wales, and the Holy Head is North Wales, just to clarify. Right, on Holy Head, I'm not sure. Oh, that looks awful. It's not. I'm not sure how this works, but oh, I don't know, something like that. There's even a river there which gives the mouth. But this is the Menai Strait. Right, this is the Holy well, supposed to be the Holy Head of South Wales. This is it. You've got the South Stack there. Incidentally, the South Stack is part of the Melchizedek. The Melchizedek is also the South Stack, because if you follow the finger down and the light down, you also come to a stack of obviously identifications in South America. Right, regardless, up here somewhere, we got, right, now we get, right, first one we got somewhere called Amluch. I don't know how to pronounce it. In fact, let me get my spelling sheet here because these names are complex. Right, okay, Amluch. Well, this one is L, and what we do is go SWICH, and L switch. I know there's no T in there, but it says what it needs to. L switch. Well, the L is in the it's the L you drop into Joseph. Right, now, why is it a bull? There's a bull, right, in some things it's represented as an ox, some things in the New Testament they represent an ox. But they've not put it, they didn't put it into the Old Testament. I don't know whether he hasn't done it or they've taken it out and replaced it with something else, which I'll show you the relevance of that in a second as well. Well, L switch, okay. Well, somewhere, again, this is going to be totally off skew, but somewhere around here, is Bull Bay. Okay, so it's be your bull, that is. So all we do is switch that around as be your bull. Be your bull Bay. Okay. Then what we do from the top there, and we come all the way down, right through to the, this is where it's going to get tricky. Okay, we're going to have to use half of the holy head a minute. But if we follow it all the way down and line it up, you get to, on the south coast of Wales, Oxwich Bay. So be your Oxwich. So this line, and then, if we draw a line down and go straight through it, this is on the south coast. This is like the, I know it is. Like the bull represents me in my business, charging round. Every time I get near, it's like a bullfight, and and basically, eventually, the bull's come down. And what's happened? He's ended up doing his man Moyle thing, getting in his caravan, coming and gets the yoke on his neck, which is big. Biblically, he says he puts the yoke on the neck. Well, then the yoke goes on the ox, is what connects him to the cart or the wheel, and the wheel in this case. And then basically the ox, what was the bull now becomes the ox. So this is where the ox. So it's me falling from a great height, effectively coming down from my business, falling down, coming down to Oxwich. Now, how does this give life in? Well, the life then becomes in the wheels, because if you follow this line across the coast, basically carry on down where it hits Cornwall or Devon, it must be. The place it actually hits is Ilfracombe. Is that the right spelling? No, bear with me. Ilfracombe. Well, this says, let me just see. Right, M-A-R-C-O, Marco, let's cross them off, M-A-R-C-O, B, that's a phonetic B, and then we've got L-I-F-E, L-I-F-E. So not only have I found, well, you know, been saved or been given life, obviously this is the bull falling. This is where be your ox switch. So you switch to an ox. He starts ploughing the land, you know, and with the yoke and the rod behind him. Not nice, but the rod behind him, and he starts ploughing the land. And this is what Marco then, be life, puts the life into the four living creatures. One being a bull, which in turn puts life into the man, puts life into the lion, into into the eagle. Ultimately, I don't know which way round, but effectively puts the life in the four living creatures. So if you line these up on any map, you go Bull Bay, then it comes down be Oxwich. The L switch is because the L is the tribe of Joseph or Yourself. And what it is saying, because you switch it from the bull of Joseph is a bull, well, Ephraim and Manasseh are both represent, I think they've got their own thing as well, but they always have the picture of the ox on there as well. So the ox represents these two, which obviously in turn relate to the bull. So it's literally the Marco Manoi being brought down and starts ploughing the field. Also note there's a plough in the stars because I played the stars as well, and all the codes are up in there at the same time. Okay, so that's how you get life in the 4 living creatures, which I've identified, and also gives you the place where I got into my caravan got that caravan that day, brought it down, and I think that also represents, even the caravan, ironically represents, you've got the eagle, which is the face of the caravan. I know this sounds bizarre, but I'm not sure it works, like a twin wheeler thing. And it's got, you've got the hook nose thingy there. Well, this I know it sounds bizarre, but again, this represents the eagle. It's also an eldest caravan, IDs or IDL, whatever. It's also which has got the emblem of a lion. The lion, the eagle, the bull is my A. This one gets bizarre as well. My car's actually coded as well because it's an Audi, which is a U ID, and it's German, so Germanic, as is the tribe of yourself being the Marco Manoi. Strange, I know, but it's all part of it. And amazingly, my brothers both have Audis as well. Sorry, my brother has an Audi and my nephew has an Audi too. But either way, so there we go. So, and we've also got the 4 rings, which represent 4 wheels in Ezekiel's wheels as well, the 4 conjoined wheels. And this also gives you the Audi badge. And when you look at the car from the front, you can clearly see well, you've obviously got the rings in the nose of the bull as well. And obviously the man lives in the caravan, that's me. So you've got the man, the eagle, the lion is the badge, and it's one on the front, one on the back actually. And again, I know it sounds bizarre, but it all is relevant. And there's, I don't know, all those sets of wheels that brought this down. That, and obviously I think this is the wheels travelling. When the wheels went up, the head went up, the wheels went up. Well, it would if you're looking uphill in a car and the wheels go up and what have you. I think it's a little less complicated than it sounds, but right, okay. That was the most terrible child's drawing ever, but forgive me. Okay, now again, up here, around this area as well, just to put something else on it, you've got a place called Mo-L-3. So when you take what you took off the right, so Mo obviously is Man Moyle is the place with the caravan. Okay, so there's the Mo-El, and this is the free of Ephraim that we took the I am off to make the Marco Mani, and then what you have left is if you take the man off, take the man out of Manasseh, you get this. Okay, right. All we're going to do is going to turn the PH to an F, and what you have is when you combine these two, you have freeze as H. And you've also got your free there. So your Mo-El free, I think, and again, this is because you've got in the wheels as well, you've got cherub. Oh, right, let's do this one. You've also got cherubims and what are they called? Seraphim. Right, now here we go. This goes even deeper. They've also put this in, which represent the ark. So if you put the ark in Mo-El free, Mo-El, so Man Moyle, you've got the Mo-El free as H. That's the missing bit. And then you put the ark in there. You've got Marco. That should be a gap there, but you can see it. put it all together and you get Marco L, free as H, okay? L is short for angel. How I'm an angel, I do not know. Like I say, I can only give you the code, and what this claims is what it claims. I can't. If you watch my last video, you'll see I think I am about doing this, but it is what it is. Okay, so where was I going with all this? Oh yeah, and also another little clue which I noticed was somewhere down in Swansea as well, because these clues are all over the place, or some of them. You've got Cadoxton. Oh yeah, the seraphim and the right. Okay, you've got Cadoxton. Well, this is actually a part of this, the bull and the ox thing, because it says see not add ox. So he didn't add the ox. He's put either the bull is in there in the Old Testament initially, but obviously you decode it through 5 Joseph and then Ephraim and Manasseh, and that's how you get the ox. He says see not add ox, so he'd tell me he hasn't added the ox as well. Just another place name with meaning. Okay. Right. Cherubims, right. It also says that he puts in the place of the ox as well at some point, which is rather strange. But I don't know whether they took it out. Somebody's taken it out, but either way, it's made it an even bigger clue, because this is where it gets really crazy. You've got cherubim, which obviously this is where you get the ark bit there from. So, because cherubims watch over the ark. Okay, let's do the cherubim first. The cherubim is an anagram of I see he be rum. Okay, well this is obviously Jerusalem. Again, rum, Jerusalem. It also gives you the elect, as I did in my last video. But obviously I see he be rum. Okay, not strong in code, I admit, because I know you've got the I see he be rum. But when you get the seraphim to go with it, this is where it gets really incredible. I sometimes don't know how to word it because it just blows my mind. Well, this is him spear. Well, if you know, like as you know, I did the H man. When you draw the picture on the map, it does make a great big spear. So it's I see he be rum. That's me and my location. Him and the one that fits that. Him the spear as well, which gives you again just bizarre. Okay, I am going to leave it there on this one, and I'm going to leave one more video with the big reveal I really don't want to do, guys, and I'm not going to lie, because it throws everything up in the air. But what I will tell you is the whole thing with Jesus, I'm afraid, is a lie. The whole story of the New Testament was created in England, well, in England, and picked up by Rome. This is what Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Peter, Simon, Andrew, David, Mary, Joseph they're clearly all British names, and I know they'll tell you they might have been translated back from this and something else. There are not people in the Middle East en masse that all fit one story that are named with names like that. They're not, I hope, not even in this day and age, and even if people followed it, it's just not possible. But ultimately, I'm going to leave the last bit. I am going to leave it because, right, I'll leave it the wheels till last. So what we've done is effectively we've covered the central part of this now, which is the angel and the four faces, which clearly identify me, and in every way. Why, I don't know. Well, I know how that it's there in code. As to any memory, I can only come to the conclusion that I agreed to do this beforehand on some sort of, am I an angel? I don't know what I am really. I'm just totally blown away with it all. And I don't want to claim anything, and I'm not going to, but I'm going to let the codes do the talking. But as you can see, to be able to put this together in the time space I've done it, even from the H-man is only, I don't know, 6 weeks, 5-6 weeks ago. and to come up with all this, you know, and don't get me wrong, I know new parts of it. I knew the tribe of yourself, but even, and to find out today as well that the Marco Manor are actually mentioned in something, some British history thing, ancient history. I don't know what it is, but maybe somebody can enlighten. You know, like I say, Marshall, Monica, even if Ross, if you're watching, if you can help me to enlighten me on some of this. I don't know how it works, but the fact they are there and linked with Wales, without, and I didn't have that even today. So, but anyway, folks, no, I'm not going to waffle. I'm going to leave that with you, and hopefully, well, all I can say is the Creator is real. Turn your palms to heaven. Stand in the letter Y. Ask for wisdom, because that's what I do, is just ask for wisdom, and this is what I get. And you know, to make all this fit, you couldn't do it in a lifetime, and I have no desire to make it fit to me. It just keeps happening, as I explained in the last video. Although I'm a little less stressed, and touch wood, I haven't had an ECU a rot not this weekend, or dare I say it, in the last, well, since I came back last time. So anyway, hope you all keep well, and Yah's blessings to you.